This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. 21-yard line. Closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. A great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Huntley buying time to his left. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Fielded in the end zone. Well, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jared Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection or line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll find Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the 1st down.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Huntley got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes this Washington 10. Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Huntley. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's 3rd down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Lions nothing.
Play fake. Huntley sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And the ball is knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd.
4. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff working right. He's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Laviska Chenault, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So another one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. To throw on 2nd down. Huntley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And into the end zone. A scoop and score. The fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the roll. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, and coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Lions.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off play action. Huntley. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, Johnson. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On play action, they'll throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Off the play fake. Huntley. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run with Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And some space here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First down, Washington.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Huntley. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
First and
a 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Gutierrez. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
He was brought down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Try and run the option to pick it up. A quick toss out right. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. And look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, they look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Here's Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 30. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Following the fumble recovery, Huntley, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change. You got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they take a knee. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.